Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Juniper. I'm so excited to be here with you today and getting to know you guys. I've been wanting to launch a channel for witchcraft for a while. Sorry about the camera quality. All I got is an iPhone right now. Well, Samsung now, switched over, but that's all I got. That's all you're gonna get right now. I decided to do a crazy makeup look. Looked pretty cool. Satan, thank you for suggesting it. Love you. So anyways, we're gonna get to Samhain. Samhain is the topic of today's video, and it is arguably one of the most important times in the witch's wheel of the year. It's when we honor our ancestors, our deities, the veil between the world's thin, anything like that. So dealing with things like necromancy, what else? Let's see, spirit work, anything that's important along those lines. It is a great time for reflection, introspective work, and transformations. So let's get into the next part of the video and let's get into it. Okay, so Samhain or Samhain or however you like to pronounce it is normally celebrated in the Northern Hemisphere around the 31st of October, as it's Halloween in the Western world and across many other countries, and May 1st in the Southern Hemisphere. Samhain is historically a Gaelic festival, and a lot of time the Druids practice it. Samhain is the festival of the dead. It is a day of remembrance. It's a day of veneration. It is a day of when the spirit world collides with ours with the veil thinning. I remember my first Samhain. It was a long time ago when I was actually practicing as a witch. I was back in probably 12. I just looked up the Wiccan Wheel of the Year. I was a Wiccan back then. Sorry, just got to adjust. I was Wiccan back then, and I've done so many occult paths. I started like decorating my altar with like pumpkins and stuff like that. It was so cute. Little fall leaves all over it. I got it from Michael's. I went above and beyond. It's the first time I started working with Lady Hecate. I call her Mother Hecate, as she is someone who has been in my practice for a long time. And what else did I do? It's been so long. I hadn't started venerating my ancestors until recently, about a couple years ago. But I always have worked with spirits, land spirits, like anything. There's on the veil. I just had a natural affinity for it, and it just worked for me. Now, let's explore some of my favorite fall practices. So Samhain is all about, and fall is all about the last harvest. So you want to be foraging. You want to be getting all those last little bits of your garden. Now, if you're going to forage responsibly. That is 100% the key. You're going to want to make sure you don't take too much. Take only as much as you need. Make sure you look into your local laws. What's in danger, what's not. Also, what's edible, what's not edible. You got to make sure you're really taking care of your environment and you're keeping yourself safe. You don't want anything to get in the way of that. You can also create a simple, wow, words are so hard. You can do remembrance, what you're grateful for, all throughout the year, your family, your loved ones, have a roof over your head, whatever it takes, really. Now let's discuss candle magic. Okay, so candle magic, I like to use shades of orange, black, things like that nature, grays and gold. I like to be a little bit of a rebel. I use purple because Mother Hecate loves purple, and I venerate her altar with it. You can also alternatively for spells. What I used to do is I used to do a phoenix ritual. I still do it, and I have it planned out for this year. And if you want a video on it, I would absolutely do one for you. The phoenix ritual is one of transformation. You're shedding your old skin, like a snake almost, but it's the phoenix. You're rejuvenating yourself and transforming. It's shedding all the old layers, shedding all the I would swear, but I wouldn't want to believe it, all the old gunk, and just starting new. It's a great time. It's great to go. I'll also move on to specific Samhain rituals. Now, creating a Samhain altar. Not everyone does this. You don't have to decorate your working altar with a bunch of Samhain stuff. I know it's typically mostly a Wiccan thing. But if you want to, go ahead. Like, no one's stopping you. You can totally go forward with it. It's all okay. You can also alternatively decorate your ancestor altar instead. You can create one of those for veneration purposes. And honestly, you can do like typical Halloween practices. You can carve pumpkins, you can go trick-or-treating, you can do all sorts of things. Going to cemeteries, graveyards, memorial sites. There are a difference between all of them. Not everyone knows this, but there are a difference. I can absolutely go into that in another video. Another great one is honoring your ancestors. Your ancestors are make up you. They're full of healing, like dealing with ancestral trauma. Like this is my little necklace I wear in honor of my ancestors around this time of year, or just in general. It's little angel wings for just watching over me. Yeah, working with your ancestors, healing ancestral wounds, veneration, past loved ones. My mother passed away, and I venerate her. She is much different in death, I find. She is, let's just say, a lot more loving, for sure. And our relationship has greatly changed throughout this time. And I couldn't be more happy with how it turned out now. Another powerful practice during Samhain is doing cleansings and banishings because you want a fresh start. It is a new year in the calendar, technically. So you want to do banishings, cleansing, the whole nine. You want to refresh your wards. I'm also going to include up here somewhere a screenshot of my rituals of a banishment spray. Just put here. Let's sit for a minute. Stew. Cute. And essentially, if you want to preserve its shelf life, just a side note, you're going to want to add preservatives. I know there's a bunch of things with preservatives. They're not the devil. They're not. As someone who's come from a herbalist background and trained to be a practical herbalist, and also who's made candles and other kinds of cosmetic products, things spoil quickly. You're going to want to preserve it. You're going to want something that's antibacterial and antifungal if you're going to do anything with herbs, like in sprays or even oils. So, side note for there. Fun fact. Let's go into some kinds of celebrations you can do during Samhain. So during Samhain, you can do a whole bunch of different kinds. So I'm going to do make it spoony friendly. So you can go from high spoons, low spoons, to no spoons. So let's get into it. So, like I said, cleansing and banishing, release rituals. Let's see what else. The Phoenix transformation ritual, divination, cooking, like cooking for your ancestors, venerating your ancestors, things like that. Alternatively, that can also go into low energy as well, but we'll get into that. And creating a besom is also a fantastic way. A besom is a broom. Yes, witches do use brooms sometimes for cleansings. No, we do not fly on them. There also can, again, visit graveyards, cemeteries, and memorial sites. Give your prayers and thanks and gratitude. But be respectful. Follow the laws. Don't leave anything outside that we would not want an animal to get into. So say if you're gonna leave food offerings, make sure there's no garlic in there, onions, any spices or anything like that. If the animal's gonna get into it, you want to make sure they aren't gonna get harmed. Especially if you don't want bears around or something like that. Depending on where you live, you may just not want to leave out food offerings. Leave out flower offerings. Those work. Low energy, communing with your ancestors. Just talk to them. Say, hey, what's up? Just chat about your day. Another good one is talking with your family about your ancestry, stories that your family has about each other. It's great. It's a great thing. Lighting incense or infusers. Some great incense to light during this time. Honestly, I love is myrrh. Myrrh is awesome. It gives that really nice smell. I don't know how to explain other than a really nice smell. It's spicy. It's nice. And also burn something you'd like to release on a piece of paper. That's also a great one. You just do a little ritual that way. It doesn't take a lot of energy. Just I would like to release this negative thought. You burn it and discard it. I want to release this habit. Just discard it. Leave it. Same thing. Some people like to flush it down the toilet. Some people like to bury it. I don't recommend burying it in the earth, as you don't want anything harming the earth. You don't want any of the products in the earth disintegrating in there. Just honestly, I should just burn it and discard it in the garbage. No spoons. Eat pumpkin or squash. Just get some food in your body, make you feel good, take a nap after. Self-care. Eating food in honor of your ancestors is also another one. You don't have to leave it on your altar. Some people don't like it as it spoils. sometimes I don't like to do that myself, so causing mischief, like pulling a prank or like telling a joke. It's the whole thing of like trick or treat, you know, things like that. And also rest. Rest is vital. Rest is healthy. Rest is good. Try that. Seasonal offerings. So if you want to do offerings, nuts, seeds, apples, grains, things of that nature, baked goods, anything that your ancestors potentially ate back then, those are great offerings for the seasons. If you are gonna feed outside wildlife, again, check your local laws. Bird seeds, great. Want to feed the birds? Check out a bird feeder. Be wary. Sometimes raccoons come along, other critters. Again, judge, see if it's worth it or not. Honestly, I live out in the woods. Not worth it to me. So I'm closing out the video. It is a very short video. It is my first video. Just to recap, Samhain is a Gaelic festival for honoring the dead, honoring your ancestors. It is when the veil is the thinnest, and it's just a day of remembrance. It's a day of veneration and a day of rest. Since it is the new year, a lot of people like to celebrate the new year and then go through a rejuvenation cycle in the spring. It really depends. It's up to you. You can do whatever you want with the wheel of the year. Celebrate how you like. I encourage you to try whatever rituals resonate with you in your practice. It is completely tailored for you. You don't have to do what everyone else says. If you think something is a good idea to do on Samhain and you think it'd be smart and respectful, go ahead and do it. I'm not stopping you. Do whatever you want. And let me know if you want an in-depth video on the Sabbats in the future. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited. This is my first video. Again, camera quality, not that great. Setup, excuse this. This is my witchcraft shelf. My ancestor altar is lower in there. My actual altar is behind me. I just needed a good spot to put everything. Give me a comment, subscribe. No pressure at all. No pressure. I will leave my links in the bio. I have a Ko-Fi where I offer mentorships, courses, things of that nature, lessons. Look forward to chatting with you. I have an Instagram as well if you want to hang out. I'll be taking photos of my practice and sharing my personal practice. And yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Blessings and take care.